Welcome back to the Joust About Careers podcast, where you can learn about careers from the people who are actually in the trenches every day. I'm your host, Brian Brott, and I'm a career advisor and English teacher at Van Buren High School who wants to see all people make good career and life decisions. This episode features the highlights of the interview with Chance Conley, an engineering apprentice at GROB Systems Incorporated. Chance shares about his life as an apprentice, how someone can apply for the apprenticeship, how college classes are integrated into it, what he has learned about life since graduating, and much more. If you like what you hear from Chance and would like to learn more, you can always watch the full interview. Enjoy the show.
We usually start in the morning, first shift. Right about 7 o'clock is when I start, and we end at 3:30. That's when we usually get off, and we obviously have the options to work overtime now. As when you get later in the year as an apprentice, you get more opportunities to work overtime, make more money, whatsoever. And usually, start beginning of the apprenticeship, we have our basic training. So my first few months, we started and there's two different rotations. We had a mechanical and a electrical rotation, and they split half the apprenticeship in one, half in the other. And I started in electrical, and what my day usually looked like as soon as I got there, I'd go upstairs and we'd have little rotations within like electrical and mechanical. And I started off in soldering. And I think there was 3 different rotations. There was soldering, PLC, and wiring. And those are the 3 basics, like the very basics of our wiring or electrical rotation. And at first, we started in soldering, and we had to learn how to solder wires, like just learn how to really work with it. And we get to build cool things and cool little gadgets to really help. Like we get to make these little airplanes. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But little solder airplane. And for wiring, we just all a bunch of little projects, lots of hands-on stuff. And obviously you're gonna read from a book, do little workbooks, but like other than that, it's really fun. It's just lots of hands-on. If you're a hands-on person, this is what you're gonna like. Just you get to build cool little toys in your free time, get your work done. After that, we go to wiring, which was my second rotation, which consists of big like grids, and you start with your power supply, and you get a bunch of little relays, and you wire from relays to or other buttons to like do certain tasks. You have little exercises, like you push one button, it turns on a relay, and then you push another button, it turns off. A lot of simple stuff, but that's how the wiring starts off. And then you get to your third basic rotation as electrical, and that's PLC, which is programmable logic controllers. Almost messed that up. And that's where like the machines that GROB builds, they run off every machinery runs off logic controllers. And we learned to run programs on little basic training on our laptops on these little stations you build that have the PLC inside, and you get to learn how to program it. You get run certain tasks on like change a tool bit out or put a new part in for like the machines that we build.
Right.
But that's all you do really in PLC, and it's all the basics, and you have your supervisor up there that tells you if you need help. Like a lot of it's like you got to figure out on your own because it's a lot of hands-on and just you want to see what you can do, but like you ask, you get help. Stuff's honestly really fun. I applied online, sent in all my stuff, and they hit you up the phone interview, and then for your phone interview from there, you get to go in and do your in-person interview and see if they like you. And they like to know if you're a hands-on person, and they really they really like people who just really like hands-on stuff, because that's a lot of stuff you're gonna be doing, and you got to be the word for it, just very smart. I don't like smart in like the engineering field, just like figuring stuff out, like figuring out, like they're not gonna hand you stuff, they're gonna make you figure out. You're not gonna sit there and get answers fed to you, but you're gonna learn a lot by yourself, which is really helpful.
Right.
That it helps with problem solving skills. It's helped a lot. I just had my first semester ended like a few weeks ago, and I started back in August for my first semester, and it's a lot of math classes, but uh, we usually they do you go 2 days a week for your classes, and like my schedule consisted of like 8 to 4 one day, and then the next day was whenever we get let out by our professors, but it was like 8 to 3:50, 8 to 2, whenever. But we go 3 days to work. So I went Monday, Wednesday, Friday to work, and Tuesday and Thursday I went to college. So they'll like split it up a little bit. So it's not all going to work 5 days a week, and then you got college in between. I think before, I'm not 100% sure, but before it was like a separate between like mechanical and electrical, but I think they merged them as just one degree. So we all get the same degree no matter if you're on mechanical or electrical, but they merged them, I think. So it's a little associate engineering degree for
Okay.
tech. I definitely like the first shift, 7 to 3:30. I think it's a really good shift to work straight out of high school. Like you have a lot of time when you get home, and everybody says this that we work that the people that work at GROB, everybody says this, but the food it's really good, really good. Everybody loves it. Every day, you get 3 options. You either get a salad, or from 2 entrees, get like Jamaican jerk chicken with rice, and you get the soup. You get a choice between two soups and chicken noodle, chili, whatever. It's really filling, especially for lunch. You gotta really watch your figure when you're working there, because they feed you a lot of food. And then when you got nothing to do, we got a cafe at work, so go down to the cafe, vending machines. They make fresh sandwiches, like potato bowls, biscuits and gravy all the time. So everybody, as soon as we get there, everybody goes down to the cafe and gets some food. Just say don't really be scared and don't be nervous during your first interview. Like even if you don't make it first try, a lot of people that work there, like that are above me, they didn't make it your first application. They'll apply again next year and most likely get it. But definitely don't be nervous of the interview, because for me, an interview is pretty scary, and I still got in. So you just don't be nervous. Like when I was in high school, I mean, I really didn't like, since I've been working at Grow, we take soft skills and financial lessons and learn how to manage our money, put in our retirement. We just started retirement our January 1st. So learn how to manage, putting our money into that, and also having money to spend and put away, save, run an emergency fund. Like they teach you all this stuff, and like buying a new car, it's always not the smartest idea. Like straight out of high school, when you get all this big boy money, you don't want to spend it all. And a lot of people buy cars and stuff and nice things, but they really focus on teaching you like the best decisions for your future. And we really run through they run through the statistics and like just putting a lot of money in your retirement early and all that. That really helps out for the future. But that's one thing I learned a good amount in high school, but they really focused on that, and I didn't realize how important it was.
Thank you for watching and listening to this episode of the Joust About Careers podcast. I hope you learned valuable information from this career story, and to be sure you don't miss upcoming episodes, please click subscribe on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform so you'll know when the next episode is released. Thank you for watching, and as always, this is the place to go to learn just about careers.